Welcome to Introduction to Coding. At GameSoftCraft, we empower game developers with tools and a vibrant creative coders community. We make procedural generation and shader tools on Unity 3D Asset Store, create programming courses for all levels, and community support on niche coding skill. Join us to find your unique path and stand out from the crowd. Here's what you can expect from this course. We'll learn and use Scratch, a block-based drag and drop programming environment. This is a beginner course designed to prepare you for programming. We'll focus on making games using computer science principles to learn how to think like a programmer instead of memorizing programming language syntax. Some game development concepts will be covered, focusing on programming fundamentals. A programming foundation is able to extend into other fields beyond STEM. Tell us about yourself. Write in the comments about your learning or work experience. What got you interested in coding? What are your expectations in taking this course? In this lesson, we'll be talking about benefits of programming and its basics, making games to learn programming, overcoming learning hurdles with Scratch. Let's learn about how computers work. It might be helpful for programming. It's an electronic device that processes data. It can store, retrieve, and manipulate information. Performs tasks using instructions from programming. It's a combination of hardware and software working together. Let's see if you know the difference between input and output. Here are a few common computer components. Try to figure out which device is meant to be an input or output. Input is when information is fed into the computer. Instructions are given to perform a task. Output is the result or outcome that happens based on the input. The result or answer is provided by the computer after receiving your input. So what is coding? It is a way for humans to give instructions to the computer. Computers speak in binary code, ones and zeros. This can be tedious for humans to write, so we built human-readable languages such as Python to help us. Python will then be translated into computer code. So why learn coding foundations? It's similar to learning a foreign language. We humans derive learning a new language from our current language. First, we learn about foundational blocks like grammar, vocabulary, and so on. These foundational blocks apply to many foreign languages. To learn a new language, we first need to have an understanding of the foundations. The same goes for programming. We'll start with the fundamentals so that it will be easy to learn other languages. So what's the difference between coding and programming? Both of these terms are used interchangeably. This includes writing code to make something happen, using a programming language syntax, designing, testing, debugging, and more. Here's why you might learn coding. Develop new skills. This encourages lifelong learning. Understand how technology works. Apply programming skills in your work or studies. Explore opportunities in programming-related careers. Sparks creativity. Improve critical thinking and reasoning skills. Develop creativity to solve problems. Encourages innovative solutions. Why is it difficult to learn coding? You might be feeling overwhelmed due to information overload, or face uncertainty in choosing a course. There might be expectations on how to apply skills, or that you're unlikely to succeed. There had been some misconceptions that you need to have strong math skills, or that being tech-savvy is necessary. It is difficult. The syntax is confusing and there is no context to what it means. What have been your difficulties with coding? Share with us in the comments. So how can we learn a new skill? It resembles learning how to ride a bicycle, even if you've never ridden one before. At first, you might use training wheels. You might have stumbled or fell. Over time, you gradually get better. This is a form of muscle memory, which is more lasting instead of memorizing. To help this process, we'll be making games. We can use the experience we have from games to make games. Doing things for fun encourages intrinsic motivation, which stems from a deep-seated passion. This gives you the determination to achieve one's goals and excel in one's pursuits. This can help us learn how to develop a growth mindset, where you are empowered to face challenges and persist in the face of setbacks. View failures as opportunities for success and learn from them. Click in the description to learn more. Welcome to Scratch, named after this cat. Let's understand why we're using it to learn about programming. Many programmers have started with learning Scratch from all ages and backgrounds. It's quite powerful and has a huge community. Since many people are visual learners, the block-based interface with drag and drop blocks helps to see what we're doing. Click Join Scratch button to sign up. Don't forget to verify and confirm your email address. We'll need to do this for our future lessons to prevent issues with logging in. Click on Create to start programming. This is the graphical user interface. This is Scratch layout. Keep in mind that this is just for reference. There's no need to memorize anything. Let's start with choosing sensing. It is the cyan circle. Choose the XY grid backdrop from the bottom right icon. This shows the coordinates in Scratch. Let's try dragging some blocks into the coding space. Click on each block to see what it does to the Scratch program. This is a quick way to test code. Move X steps only move Scratch in one direction. Try to see which block you can use to move it in another direction. You can right-click to duplicate, drag back to delete, or use Ctrl-Z to undo. To navigate, zoom in and out to see your code. Click and drag on an empty area to move around. Click on the last icon to reset the zoom. Today we learn about the course and what to expect, computing fundamentals and programming basics and Scratch walkthrough. Let's reflect on what we've learned today. Any thoughts or questions? What did you think about Scratch? How did you overcome any difficulties when learning a new skill? Write your questions in the comments. In the next lesson, we'll be learning about how to navigate and get used to Scratch interface, running simple code and what to look out for. And we'll be creating a simple program in Scratch.
I'm going to space. Meow. It's so amazing.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned on our next lesson.